The third annual Smokey and the Bandit tour.
But now they've straightened it out and it comes through right here. So we're pulled.
The tour gets bigger every year. This year it will take us 3 days traveling all over the state of Georgia in order to hit these locations.
We got a lot of company up there.
We'll visit a handful of the scenes in Helen, Georgia. We'll visit this overpass in Cumming, Georgia, and we'll also hit the square in McDonough, Georgia. This adventure begins in Helen, Georgia.
All right, so this is like Smokey and the third Smokey and the Bandit tour for 2024. We were in McDonough yesterday. Today we're in Helen. So this right here is where Bandit drove the Trans Am through the river, and he cut across right down there. I'm gonna actually go up with the drone, but I wanted to show you. If you see the power lines here, you follow the power lines. That's the old road over there. They redid the road. It used to cut through over there, but now they've straightened it out and it comes through right here.
Here, the red line represents where the old road was. You can still kind of see it through the trees.
Here. So we're pulled off here on the side in the Jeep. We're actually doing Trey Mountain trip today and Indian Grave Mountain. But while we're here, because it's in the same area, I'm gonna film a little clip for a Smokey and the Bandit video I'm making.
This video here was the same day.
So here we are. I'm about to fly the drone up and fly overhead so you can see it.
In the movie, they called this scene pond hopping, but in all actuality, that was the Chattahoochee River they drove across.
Want to do a little pond hopping, Frog?
Oh, swell.
All right, so if you're watching the movie, when he drives across the Chattahoochee River, he goes up the bank on the other side onto a dirt road. That road, as you can see, now is paved. And of course, now here we've panned over where you see where the old road was, going through the trees off on the left-hand side here. It followed alongside the Chattahoochee. And you notice the rocks here piled up on the left. Bandit drove just to the right side of those. All right, one last time here. They come on the old road, which is gone right there in the path of the trees. They cross the river right at this pile of rocks. Bandit went to the right side, a police car went to the left side, and that is why he flooded out his engine.
All right, so we're leaving the pond hopping scene. I just got a quick little overhead shot with the drone. We're gonna go north on the road we're on, 17, Georgia 17, I think. And we're gonna go about 2 miles up to another spot. And then from that, we're gonna pick up Indian Grave Mountain and do the off-roading tour, which is 2 separate videos. I don't know why I'm telling you. All right. Right here to the left, you'll be able to see the road used to go. So when they did the pond hopping scene, they were on the old road, which cut through right there. And is closed-ish. Oh, we could have went down there. Might be a private property sign actually there. So that means we can't go down there. All right, we're going up to the next stop. Oh, there's a river. This is not where he drove through it at, but good view of it. It's pretty. Chattahoochee, I think's what that is. It's just nowhere near as big as it is when it's down south.
Holy shit. We got a lot of company up there. A lot of company.
All right, this, and we're literally like a mile up from the last scene. This is where they had set up the roadblock and Bandit got around it. We're gonna get out and film this real quick. You remember the people were sitting on that house right there on the front porch watching. He pulled up the roadblock and he cut through here. He drove around it some kind of way. I can't remember exactly how. So, but anyways, this is where that scene was filmed at. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm just over the dogs. I'm sorry, little dog. I ain't trying to mess with you. But anyways, I cut to that old house right there, which, wow, that house looks rough now.
You're any Ray?
I was born ready.
Don't you stand there. Let's go get him. Drives pretty good, don't he, Sarge? Let's see about that.
Voice over myself if I'm wrong. But you can see that. Back up and get a view here. This is the house right here where they were sitting on the front porch. So that right there, that's the front porch they were sitting on when they watched it. I believe it was the when they watched the roadblock. And you see that store right there, which is the rock shop on the other side of my Jeep there. I haven't watched this movie since last summer. I'm gonna go back and watch it again now. I'm forgetting what all happened in this scene. I'll say it's either the roadblock scene or it's where they knocked the door off. I think this is a roadblock. I think the roadblock was right here. And he cut around. That don't make sense. We'll figure that out later. We'll watch the movie. I'll voice over myself, so let me do some quiet shots.
So the bonsai scene where the car door gets ripped off and is thrown in the back for evidence, yeah, that was actually at the other spot we were just at, where they pulled the police car out of the river that flooded its engine. So yeah, same place we just left is where that scene was. In the movie, Bandit gets around the roadblock and heads just down the road where they end up going through the river. And in real life, it's actually about the same distance, so it is accurately depicted in the movie. Now this is the same vantage point when the Bandit pulled up and said, we got a lot of company up ahead, except we're going in the opposite direction. As with a lot of other scenes in this area, the brush on the side of the road has really grown up since they made this movie. Now this was actually filmed the day before. This is McDonough, Georgia, and we were there doing a poker run. While we were doing the run, I happened to pull off in the square and film a little clip real quick.
All right, so while we were here, this square is where Smokey and the Bandit was filmed at when he pulled off the side at nighttime and lost the cop. Except I don't remember where. See if I can get up here and tell. I'm gonna film all angles and then we'll figure it out later. I'm gonna say he came from over there.
Right under the water tower, you can notice the building a little taller with the windows on it, and here is the exact same building with the exact same windows.
I think he came from right there. Or did he come from over there? I think he came from right there. I'm gonna go back and watch it again and see, but anyways, this is the square. This is where it happened at.
Now you'll notice I had to mute the audio here. Unfortunately, I do not own the rights to the song Westbound and Down, but a lot of you may not realize in this movie, in the early part of the movie, when they're traveling, the song is not Eastbound and Down, the song is Westbound and Down. It wasn't until after they got to Texarkana and made the trip back that the lyrics changed to Eastbound and Down. So yeah, a little trivia you might not have known as we're looking at Google Earth images here of McDonough, Georgia. And leaving here, we'll travel up Georgia 400 to the Buford Highway overpass scene in Cumming, Georgia. Unfortunately, I lost the clip that I had filmed the next day, but I had this clip I made a few months earlier.
This is exit 13. So I'm wanting to say for some reason this is right around where they jumped off the bridge or something, which is GPS didn't run me.
Yeah, this is Georgia 400 and Buford Highway, and at the time, this is actually, Georgia 400 at least, was a fairly new construction there. They had just finished. So you'll notice hardly anybody is on it, and nowadays it's been there a while.
So I want to say that exit 13 is right around where they jumped off of the bridge and landed on the back of the 18-wheeler. But I can't say that with 100% certainty, because I don't know.
And not only this scene where they're going on the overpass, but also when he jumps off and lands on the back of the truck, and also the little convoy they rolled into, the rocking chair scene. That was all filmed right here in this overpass. There's like 5 or 6 scenes filmed right here. So the Georgia State Patrol was going to go up the opposite direction because he saw Bandit go under the bridge. And it's not going to work out too well to his advantage here, because it's going to get forced off the road and onto the back of a truck. So yeah, here goes Bandit going up opposite direction, and then that forces the police car off the highway to a truck that was never there. Well, we'll let them off in the next exit anyway.
You reckon you let me off at the next exit?
Well, the third annual Smokey and the Bandit tour is in the books. This one was a blast. We went to all new locations all over Georgia, not located in Jonesboro as we previously have done. But we've added the drone now, so a lot of newer and better shots I can get. So we're going to go back probably next year and do some of the Jonesboro stuff again with a drone this time, maybe fly it up the river and all that stuff. So I got pretty big plans for next year's tour. But in the meantime, that's it for the 2024 tour. Can't wait till next year when we get to do it again. In the meantime, Jeeps, be Jeepin'.